Hi, everyone. Welcome to the ECC team meeting, the department meeting. I really cannot tell you how much I would rather be in that room than be on this bed, for which will probably be a total of 5 weeks when all is said and done of mandatory bed rest. I've made it through the first two surgeries, and hopefully those will be the only surgeries that I'll have to have on this ankle. And several people have reached out to me, and I appreciate it. But one of the people that has reached out to me has had similar injuries, and everybody that has had an injury like this describes it as a journey. So I am at the beginning of my journey, and I'm sure I will learn something by the end of it. But again, I just really wish I could be there with you today. I loved full team meetings. I love the energy that you get. I wanted to really meet every one of you in person. So I apologize for not being able to be there, but so here we are. So I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the agenda. I'm going to talk through a couple of things here as an introduction. First of which, I want to talk about our business planning. So, when we sent out a survey to you about what was what did you want to get out of this team meeting, one of the things that we heard loud and clear was definitely that people wanted to know the vision and the strategy and the planning for ECC going forward. So, the organization has launched a new business planning process. We have historically done 3 and 4 year chunks of business planning for the decade-long goals. And now for 2020 to 2030, we'll be doing 2-year chunks of business planning. So currently we're working on the draft of the 2020 to 2022 business plan for ECC that will roll up to the overall transforming healthcare pillar plan that John leads for our team, for our whole department. And so, as we're thinking through what that looks like, it's not finalized yet, but it should be in the next month or so. But I wanted to walk you through the 3 big kind of overarching goals or strategies that we have within the department. The first of which is to still maintain 92% market share in the healthcare space, but while rapidly transitioning people to RQI, supporting healthcare systems that still want instructor-led training and blended learning. But the most important thing is to maintain that 92% market share. We want to see this strategy from a perspective of, what are the overall offerings of AHA that they have at their fingertips that they could choose from, and we want them to choose from our portfolio. Whether it's RQI, which we will strongly, support and push because we know that's where the evidence is for the most effective training, whether it's with ILT or whether it's with blended learning. We want them to choose from the AHA portfolio of programs. And so that goal is really around 92% market share. The second goal is really around aggressive growth of our market share in the commercial and the community space. So here, we really, this is not new. Obviously, we've had an opportunity to grow our market share for several years. And so we will really be working very specifically around not just, program evolution and development like HeartSaver Interactive, but also new products and new solutions in the community and the healthcare space community and the corporate space over these next 2 years to really grow what we currently see as about 15% market share to greater than that. We're filling in some of the X's currently on what that goal specifically would be, but that's the second, kind of overarching strategy or goal: grow market share in corporate and a community. And then the third strategy is really around development of new business models. So these business models could be sudden cardiac arrest. So you'll hear later today from Camilla about a project called Connected Pulse, which that could be a new evolution in sudden cardiac arrest, resuscitation, response, bystander, response, or improving bystander response rates. But we're also looking at new business models beyond sudden cardiac arrest. So what training solutions or healthcare solutions could we provide in heart failure, in stroke, in blood pressure? We're already doing a partnership with the AMA around accurately measuring blood pressure training module. What other things could we do like that and other disease states that would really leverage the skill and the competency of this department that has been so amazing for sudden cardiac arrest for so many years? So those are the 3 overarching strategies: maintain market share in healthcare, grow market share in corporate and community, and build and develop new business models. And so those will be the three overarching themes for these next 2 years, for 2020 to 2022. We will be required to report out on those quarterly. There's a whole new business planning cycle that's been being deployed by our strategic planning team led by Justin Dennison. So this is something that you will hear a lot more about because we will be reporting on it quarterly. And as those numbers are finalized, we'll roll that out as well to you with a webinar or video call or something like that. The second thing I wanted to talk to you about is to really tee up the next agenda item. So Factuality is an exercise or a game, a company that was really started by an amazing entrepreneur who you'll have with you today to walk you through this experience, that really wanted to provide a new and dynamic way, entertaining way for people to really become more educated and more aware of systemic racism and social determinants of health and health equity and what all that means in the community, depending on what seat at the table you start from. And so I participated in this exercise with the EIT National and the EIT Field team, and it was fantastic. And I knew it was definitely something that everybody in our team would enjoy. No matter what you do at the Heart Association, health equity should be the lens in which we look through everything, and making sure that everything that we do has the ability to eliminate healthcare disparities and provide health equity for all. And so, really, I see this exercise as, just the beginning of us, really beginning to build this competency and understand more about social determinants of health and what that looks like. And then, as I mentioned before, after that, Camilla will come to talk about some of the new business models that you'll be hearing much more about in the coming months, but to give you a flavor of what are the types of things outside of sudden cardiac arrest or new models around sudden cardiac arrest that we're exploring. So again, I just really wish I could be there with everybody. I miss seeing everybody in person. This was a great opportunity to meet everybody in person, but I'll probably be bouncing into your team meetings as soon as I can get an Uber to work, because driving to work is probably months away for me. But anyway, thank you. I hope you all enjoy the day and have a great one.